Let's talk the cup. One more thing, like, subscribe, and share. Come on, let's talk the cup. Woo!
Hey, good evening, everybody. It's Cutler here, the Let's Talk the Cutler broadcast, the Let's Talk the Cutler virtual book club, and the Let's Talk the Cutler YouTube channel. It is another Tuesday where I get to spend 1,800 seconds with you all, and hopefully I get to say something that's inspirational, something that's motivational, and something that will challenge us to show our best selves, even in the worst of situations. So we're looking for motivation, inspiration, and something that will challenge us. I know we don't always like to be challenged. I don't always like to be challenged either, if I can be honest. But when I grow, it is because someone has challenged me or I have challenged myself. So that's what we do for these 1,800 seconds. And I'm delighted that I'm spending this time with you. You're spending this time with me. Hey, Kimberly, yeah, you made it to a live stream. It's been a minute, my friend, but it's so good to see you. So for those of you who are just stopping by for the first time, that's what this platform is all about. This platform is about an opportunity for us to share, an opportunity for us to chat, an opportunity for us to talk about how we can be better, how we can get to that space that is called better. Better doesn't have to have, it does not have to happen 5 years from now, even 5 weeks. It happens when you say, it's not always going to be this way. This is not as good as it gets. This is not the end all be all, but better can happen. Better is possible. So as soon as you say to yourself, you know what? Things can change. Things can get better. Yes, there's another victory. There's another success. There's something else that I can obtain, something else that I can do. So I'm so glad to see you all. I hope you're glad to see me. It is another Tuesday. It's the 13th of August. You all, the month is moving. We're almost halfway in the middle of this month. Just a couple days and we'll be there. Again, thank you all for having been with me for all this long. If this is your first time, go ahead, click on the notification bell. 1, subscribe, and then 2, click on the notification bell because it lets you know whenever I've gone live and whenever I've uploaded new content. I don't know where your notification bell is. It might be down there, maybe up there, maybe over there, maybe over there, but just click on it somewhere. And then for goodness sakes, tell somebody, come on, let's talk the Cutler. I try to talk about things that are relatable, things that we can relate to in just everyday life. Today, I'm going to talk about just hang in there. What does that mean? What does it look like for us? I don't know if I'm going to spend the full 1,800 seconds with us this evening, but I do want to encourage people. We've been getting a lot of storms, a lot of rains, a lot of, particularly if you're on the eastern seaboard of the states, then you've been dealing with rain and storms and those sorts of things. And it reminds me that storms come in life and there's nothing that we can do about them. They happen. Life is filled with swift transitions. Life is filled with storms. Life is filled with some storms that you don't necessarily see coming. For example, we can all gear up and get ready for a hurricane, but a hurricane will sometimes give birth to tornadoes that you just don't see coming. So storms happen like that in life. The emotional storms, the psychological storms, the financial storms, the educational storms, all of those sorts of things that just happen. And I just want to encourage us to hang in there because a lot of times you have to deal with the aftermath of the storms in life, just like a hurricane or a tornado or an earthquake could come and it can disrupt life. It can happen and you could not have done anything about the storm happening. And then you're left with the aftermath of an emotional situation, of a psychological or mental or educational or financial, a storm that happened in your life. I want to encourage us just to hang on, just to hang in there, because a lot of times we have to do what? Clean up. We have to do rebuild. I know people who are still doing cleanup from the storms, from some storms that hit over a year ago. And it happens like that in life, you all. And I want to encourage us that. So this is just probably motivation or inspiration. This is not trying to challenge any of us this evening, but I want to encourage us to hold on. Oh, Cutler, before you forget, at least do a shout out of the LTTC VIPs, those who are in the chat first, because you all see I'm already on 10 because I really want to encourage us this evening. But I'm on 10. I do want to shout out Annie Cutler, Kimberly Montoya, and Linda Martin for being the first 3 that I see in the chat. So good evening to you all. I love the fact that you're coming on in and you're speaking to everybody, but really go and tell somebody else while you're already on. Go and tell somebody else, come on and let's talk to Cutler. Come on and let's talk to Cutler because he's going to talk to us about how to just hang in there this evening. Life is happening. Life is happening, and sometimes there's absolutely nothing that we can do about it. I had an opportunity to speak this weekend. One of the things that I said is that trouble is not a discriminator. Trouble knocks on everybody's door, and sometimes it seems like as soon as you show up on the scene, when you show up, trouble is the welcome mat that you step onto. Sometimes, as soon as you show up on the scene, trouble is the threshold that you step through. So you just want to just hang on in there. Tracy, I understand. Yes, I'm trying to hang on. And my friend, I'm doing the same thing. We just need to hang on. We need to hear people say to us, "It's going to be all right. This too will pass." And at the point where it is not just a cliche. I'm not saying it just to say it, but I'm saying it because one, I believe that it's going to happen, and two, I believe that you can endure. All right, I need to say that again. We are saying, hang on, it's going to be all right. This too will pass. Not just because we don't have anything else to say, but because we have to believe that this is not going to be the end all be all. That's number one. And then number two, we believe that when we say it to you, it is because you have the tenacity, the wherewithal to hang on and to hang in there. Sometimes we have to speak strength into other people's lives. We have to speak the ability to hold on into other people's life. We have to remind them that you have everything that you need to endure this storm. You have everything that you need to endure this season. And God knows sometimes it happens. Those storms will come and they will rock you. The winds will blow and they will shake you. But you have everything that you need to hold on. Thank you, Linda. Tomorrow is a new day with new mercies, with new opportunities, with new victories, with new successes, with all of those things. So just hang in there. Just hang in there. Maybe after this broadcast, you need to pick up the phone and send a text message to somebody and say, "You know what? I just want to tell you to hang in there. I just want to encourage you. I just want to let you know that you really do have what it takes to hang on." Because sometimes you can't say to them everything is going to be all right when they're in a moment where everything is not going to be all right. It doesn't feel like it's going to be all right. But you can say to them, you have everything within you to endure this storm. You have all that you need to weather this storm. And if you don't feel like you have all that you need, guess what? I'm here for you. I'm here with you. I'm standing beside you. I'm going to pray you through it. I'm going to hang on. Do whatever you need. I believe that you have everything that you need to weather this storm. And so in essence, you're saying to them, just hang in there. Just hang in there. Sometimes when these storms come, what are the things that we need to do to hang in their colors? Sometimes when these storms come, whether they're big storms or small storms, they are storms. So even if you're going to try to figure out, how do I handle the aftermath of this storm? Cutler, how do I deal with the cleanup of this storm? Whether it is literally a physical storm or an emotional or relationship or any kind of storm, when you can set goals. How do I handle this? How do I deal with the aftermath of this storm? Set goals and pursue them with focus and pursue them with drive and pursue them just vigilant and pursue them. So you set goals that will tell you it's not going to be this way always. I'm coming out of this. The best is yet to come. There's victory with my name on it. And so you have to say all of that. You have to have vision. Because when you're determined to hang in there, you're persistent, you have vision. And it is going to motivate you. And you have to see your life as better than right now. You have to see your life as having a higher purpose than it looks right now. You're doing more than just existing. But you want to live. You want to do more than just earn a living, but you want to live. And you have to not only just set goals and not just have a vision, but you've got to believe in yourself. Hang in there, you all. Believe in yourself. Believe that you can accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Believe that you can accomplish whatever is before you. Even when situations seem and look like they're hopeless, I'm telling you, if you have the wherewithal to hang in there, you're not going to give up. Oh, yeah, it may look hopeless to them, but I'm going to hang in there. Thank you, Cutler, for just speaking life back into what looked like a dead situation. I've got to hang in there. I've got to have the right mindset, because it is the right mindset that really helps you to hang in there. And so you have to have the mindset that says, you know what? Better is coming. Better is on the horizon. I see better in my life. And so that means you have the mindset that is a mindset of growth, a mindset that is dynamic, a mindset that is one of change, not just the stale, fixed, stagnant kind of mindset. Oh, I'm here and this is all I'm going to get. No, 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 no. Don't have that stale or stagnant kind of mindset. You have to have the mindset of growth and seeing beyond where you are. I told one person in my life who's in my life a couple of days ago, I will never let you settle for mediocrity. I will always push you to get out of the box. I will always push you to see beyond the periphery. I will always push you beyond what you see. That's a growth mindset. Be that for somebody else in their life. And then not only must you have that kind of mindset, but you've got to surround yourself with the right people, you all. I keep saying that over and over and over and over, how to hang in there. Make sure that you surround yourself with the right people, because the company that you keep can have an impact on you. The company that you keep can have either a positive or negative impact. The company that you keep will influence you. So you need to surround yourself with people who will seek to inspire you, who will seek to motivate you, who will seek to challenge you, who will seek to push you, who will seek to pull you when necessary, who will seek to walk alongside of you and grab you by both arms and say, yes, we're going through this together. Keep the right people around you. Sometimes we can't hang in there because the people around us are the ones who are holding us in position, holding us down. I know we don't like to hear that, but it is true. And so if you're going to take care of yourself, then you have to make sure that you understand who's in your space, who's in your circle, who's in your village, who's in your community. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. Take care of your physical health. Take care of yourself. So whatever you need to do, eat right, exercise, manage stress, manage time, do what you need to do, but take care of yourself. If you're just going to hang in there, make sure that you take care of yourself. And as you're taking care of yourself, your mental self, your emotional self, your physical self, learn how to build mental strength and mental tenacity. Just like we exercise our muscles, do the same thing with your mentality. Make sure that you keep this ongoing practice of making sure that you are mentally alert, mentally astute. I'm just reminding us, because I know we can do it. Sometimes we have the rain that comes in our lives. We have the gray skies that come in our life. We have the dark clouds that come into our lives. And sometimes those are physical and other times they're metaphorical. They just hang on, they hang over in our lives. Sometimes dark clouds just fill the skies of our lives. And it makes us feel like we don't want to hang on. It makes us feel like we don't want to hang in there. But may I tell you that you can? You've done it so far, you're still doing it. So just keep right on doing it. Just change your mindset to say, you know what? Thank you, Cutler. I have been hanging in there. I have been hanging on. So let me not just have the mindset of the mentality that says, I'm going to give up. No, no, no. Let me keep doing what I'm doing. Let me keep hanging in there. You got any tips and other tidbits for us? Absolutely. Yes, I do. One of the things that I want us to learn how to do is to take small bites. Some tasks just seem so big, so large, so all-encompassing, so overwhelming, but learn how to take small bites. It doesn't matter what you're trying to do, you all, because I know people who are trying to write books, people who are launching new products, people who are taking their businesses into new markets. Learn how to take small bites. Rome was not built in a day, and you don't have to see your goal. You don't have to accomplish your goal in one sitting. Learn how to divide your goals and hopes and dreams up into small, manageable pieces, because that is one way that you can stay on task and you won't become so overwhelmed. Think about what it is that you want to do, what it is that you need to do, what it is that you hope to do, and divide it into small segments, into small pieces. Keep yourself from becoming overwhelmed. Take small bites. Make sure you do that. Pace yourself. Sit down and take small bites. And then as you're taking small bites, because now you see the big picture. I see what it is I want to do. I've got the big win. And because it is a big win, there's a big reward at the end of it. So when you see the big picture and you focus on the ultimate goal, then that way you can sit down and say, yep, now let me divide this. Let me take small bites. I can't accomplish it all in one sitting. I may not be able to accomplish it all in 1 week or 1 month. But what I can do is take small bites because I still see the big picture. Don't lose sight of the big picture. And as you're looking at the big picture, as you're dividing it up, I hope this all sort of makes sense. I hope it goes hand in hand. One of the things that you can then do is pick up the pace. I say pick up the pace and pick up your face. And color, what does that really mean? It really means that make sure as you're picking up your face, pick up your enthusiasm. Why pick up the pace? Well, pick up the pace means that you set deadlines and you set milestones, because when you set deadlines and you set milestones, that means you pick up the pace. I got this deadline. I need to get to it. Now, Cutler told me to divide it. I've divided it. And now that I've divided it, I have this little segment and I've set a milestone or a deadline for that little segment. So I need to pick up the pace so I make sure I get to that. And then when you get to that, not only will you pick up the pace, but you'll pick up your face. You'll pick up your renewed enthusiasm. You'll pick up your re-energized self, and you'll say, "Yep, as I met that deadline, I met that milestone. I can accomplish more, and I can accomplish more quickly, because that way you become energized about what you're doing." And in terms of picking up the pace, here's something I want you to understand, you all. Another tip, another tidbit. Learn how to hop, skip, run, and walk. Cutler, what do you mean? I mean, it is impossible to run at 10 all the time. Assuming that 10 is the highest that we can run, it is impossible to maintain a 10 all the time. It's impossible to do that. Because if you've ever done a marathon, if you've ever done a walk, and you all know recently I did a 6K a walk, but a marathon, and one of the things that it wasn't that far, it really wasn't, but that was just for the global 6K walk for water, the international product. And I don't want to lose sight of what I'm talking about. Learn how to hop, skip, run, and walk. That means since you can't do a 10 all the time, learn how to pace yourself. If you're going to do a marathon, one of the best ways to prepare to coach yourself for a marathon is to walk a little bit, run a little bit, walk a little bit, run a little bit. Life is the same way. Setting goals is the same way. Running into successes and victories, it is the same way. Learn how to hop, skip, run, and walk. So not just like a marathon where you're going to do some running and do some walking. Sometimes all you can do is just hop from one place to the next, hop from this place to the next. Or sometimes you may feel like skipping. You can't run the whole time, but you can skip. You want to do a little more than walk, so you can skip. Or you can just hop. I'm telling you, learn how to pace yourself. When you're working on a big project, it is critical that you pace yourself. When you have big goals and big dreams, it is critical that you learn how to pace yourself. You can go farther if you take breaks, if you go easy, if you relax, if you learn how to rejuvenate yourself, if you learn how to, from time to time, recalibrate and recalculate. You really can. And what else can you do to just hang in there? Learn how to get rid of and kill some of the distractions. And I know the word kill is a very strong word, and we just should not use that word loosely, but at least learn how to get rid of some of the distractions that are in our lives. Learn how to get rid of them. Tracy, you like that? Learn how to hop, skip, run, and walk. It is so true, because sometimes we feel like, oh, I've got to get there and I've got to get there now. And so we run full steam and full speed ahead. And before you know it, you are exhausted. You're out of energy and you feel like you're just going to collapse. And sometimes you will collapse because your body will say, okay, so what have you been trying to do? Your mental wherewithal will say, all right, what is it that you've been trying to do? All right. And then what happens? We will then crash and burn. And I don't want you to crash and burn. So yes, learn how to do all of that. Hop, skip, run, and walk. Pace yourself, relax, rejuvenate, go easy, do what you need to do. But again, I want to get to the one now where I need you all to get rid of some of the distractions. Because when you have distractions, can I say this to us? When you have distractions keep you, that they interfere with your ability to maintain determination. When you have distractions, they interfere with your determination. And you have to learn how to exercise your determination just like any other muscle. So this means get rid of the extraneous stuff, get rid of the distractions, get rid of the things that are working against your determination. There are some things and some people and some obstacles and some situations that are working against your determination, and they will wear you out and they will wear you down. And before you know it, you are just somewhere sitting in a corner staring at a wall because you are exhausted because something or someone has worked against your determination. Learn how to kill the distractions and get rid of the distractions that are working against your determination. Think about it. How many meetings have really useless meetings have interfered with your determination? How many relationships have interfered with your determination? How many pastimes have interfered with your determination? There are things that will interfere with your determination when it matters the most. And you have to say to yourself, no, 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 this distraction here is not worth me sacrificing the goal. And you have to say that. You have to say that to yourself. This distraction is not worth me sacrificing or compromising the goal. It just isn't. And so, as difficult as it may be, as challenging as it may be, there are times when you have to rid yourself of the distractions in your life. And you have to say to yourself, I'm worth everything that I'm pursuing. I'm worth it. And as much as this temporary distraction has been, it may have been good for what it's good for, it is not good for me when I'm trying to get to the ultimate goal. It is not good for me when I have a destination that I'm trying to reach. I have this in my view, and anything that comes to kill, steal, and destroy my view of what it is that I'm out to get is a distraction. Again, I don't know if I'm going to be here for the full 1800 seconds tonight, but I just want to get this to us. I want us to learn how to hang in there. And I need us to understand that what we seek is important. What we hope to do is important. And you're worth every measure that you take on this road to better. I think the final thing that I can offer us is to learn how to change your self-image. See yourself as somebody who has the ability to hang in there. Sometimes we see ourselves as weaklings. Sometimes we see ourselves as codependent. What does that mean? It means that we think we can't make it unless we're connected to somebody else. That is a sense of codependence. But can I tell you that you are strong individually and all by yourself? Well, I need so and so. No, it is wonderful that we have people who can encourage us. It's wonderful that we have the right people. And I said all the time, in our village and in our community, it's wonderful that we have all of that. But you must make sure that you have a great self-image of yourself. See yourself as an I can do it person. See yourself as someone who has value. See yourself as someone who says, nope, I'm not going to quit. See yourself as someone who says, I have the wherewithal, I have the tenacity, I have the ability to hang in there, I have the ability to hold on, I have the ability to forge forward. You have to see yourself as that person. Learn how to see yourself as that person and not necessarily wait for anybody else to validate you and tell you that you are that person, because you need to look yourself in the mirror and say, yep, that's me. I challenge you after this broadcast to go and look in the mirror and say, yep, that's me. That person with tenacity, that's me. That person with endurance, that's me. That person with strength, that is me. That person with hope, that is me. That person who sees the success, that's me. That person who sees the victory, that's me. Go and look yourself in the mirror and say, yep, that's me. That's who I see in the mirror. You have to do that. I'm the person who can hold on. I'm the person who can hang in there. And when the urge to quit hits me, I'm the person who says, no, quitting is not a part of what I do. Quitting is not a part of who I am. Now, if I need to go sit and recalibrate, that's one thing. But you have to say, I am the person who stays the course. I am the person when I am asked, I will deliver. I am the person when asked, I will get it done. And sometimes I have to ask of myself and say to myself, get it done for yourself. I have to ask of myself and then say to myself, no, you have to be true and deliver this thing for yourself. I get it. There are times when we do need to sit down and exhale and recalibrate. And that's not necessarily called quitting. It means that I just have to recalibrate. And I don't quit just because it becomes hard. I don't recalibrate because it becomes hard. Because I shared with someone, again, I've been talking a whole lot these days, but I shared with someone just a few days ago. We have to be, and I have one sitting on my desk as a reminder. I know y'all aren't going to believe me, but I have a tennis ball sitting here on my desk because I said to myself, I've got to be like a tennis ball. The harder you hit me, the farther I'll go. The harder you throw me down on the court, the higher I'll bounce back. That is the self-image that you have to see, you all. I have this right here, honestly, on my desk as a reminder to be like the tennis ball. It's okay. It's quite all right. The only time you're going to see me recalibrate is not when it becomes hard, but when it becomes pointless. When this no longer serves me well. When this no longer serves my aspirations or my hopes or my dreams or my goal, then I'm going to recalibrate. I'm not going to recalibrate just because it becomes hard. Now, have I done that before? Yes, I've done that in my younger life. Linda, you're absolutely right. It's okay to be the tortoise in the race because slow and steady will often win. Because when you're running too fast, sometimes you run out of energy, you run out of fuel. Slow and steady will always win a race. But hear me when I say this, you all. Hang in there. Yes, the storms are coming, and sometimes we feel like we're in storm after storm, just like hurricane season on the eastern seaboard of the United States. Slow and steady will always win the race. The storms are coming. Sometimes they're coming one after another. One tropical storm might form out there in the ocean, and when that one gets 100 miles north, and here comes another. Sometimes they're just right there together. So we see the storms being named and the storms forming, and it happens like that in life. They keep coming. But may I tell you to plant your feet, anchor yourself, and hang in there. Plant your feet, anchor yourself, and hang in there and say to yourself, thank you, Cutler. I'm going to be just like that tennis ball. When these storms come to rock me, when they hit me, the harder they hit me, the farther I'll go. The more they toss me on the court, on the ground, the higher I'll bounce back. Yes, Marissa, support and push ourselves forward. That's what we need to do, my friends. Forge ahead. And hang in there. Get rid of the distractions and hang in there. Hop, skip, run, and walk if you need to. Do a mixture, but keep on going. Hang in there. Pick up your pace, but pick up your face and maintain your enthusiasm, your renewed commitment. Hang in there. Focus on the big picture and hang in there. And as you're focusing on the big picture, learn how to take small bites, little by little, and hang in there. Thank you all for allowing me to come into whatever space you've allowed me to come this evening to remind not only you, but to remind myself to hang in there. The storms are coming, but hang in there. And whether it's a snowstorm, a windstorm, or a rainstorm, an emotional storm, or financial storm, a mental storm, a relationship storm, whatever kind of storm it is, hang in there, endure the storm. Let's keep doing what we do, you all. Let's keep building community and maintaining connectivity and encouraging each other to stay in there. So until the next time you see me, go and tell somebody, hang in there. And tell them, come on and let's talk to Cutler. And don't forget, go and look in the mirror and say, yep, that's the person that you are. Listen, from my heart to yours, know that there is and always will be so much love. I'll see you the next time I see you. And we'll spend another 1,800 seconds together. Good night, everybody.